Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from ObjectiveA. My name is Ben, I'm 20 years old, and today we're doing another video on the 90 days series, finally. So an update on the 90 days process. As said in the last video, there's been some ups and downs, but at the moment, it's going all right. We're being productive on the YouTube videos, working on the business, doing most things. Some things I've found over time have sort of weaned out, just because personally, I don't really need to do them anymore, and they're no longer beneficial to the goals I'm trying to achieve. For example, I've not been doing very much driving / go-karting or any of that because it just, it's not, even though it's a great downtime thing to do, it's not really what is getting me towards my goals, and there's other better things I can be doing in that time. And if I want to go, say, go-karting specifically, for example, it's quite an effort to go out, go-karting, pay for it and all that. It's not just a thing that you can do at home. Now, today's episode of the 90 day series is going to focus on another really important life habit for anyone of any age, particularly once you get into your 20s as your metabolism slows down, and especially beyond your 20s. And that would be healthy eating / no sugar. I guess they go hand in hand. Now, eating sugar, it's almost like it's part of my identity, so it's quite a difficult thing to give up. Everyone in my family, all my friends know how much I love sugar. I used to always, or sometimes still do, make a bit of a fuss about it, not in a bad way, but you know, just make some funny comments about sugar and about chocolate and how much I love that sort of stuff, basically. So you can just ask any of them and they'll be able to tell you. But something I've never understood with sugar: why does something that's bad for you taste so good? Now, as we've done for the previous videos, we're going to go over the personal benefits for me, which are, because as I mentioned in an earlier video, I think it was the breathing meditation and cold water video, I believe, I have colitis, which is an inflammatory bowel disease. And obviously the bowel is part of your digestive system, which means that good gut health is very important for this disease. It does help. I definitely notice a difference when I eat less sugar, especially really thick, sticky, sugary things like Nutella, caramel, things like that. And sugar is an inflammatory substance when it's in your body. So it will cause your body to become inflamed. In my case, the bowel is the thing I'm specifically worried about, but it can cause you to become inflamed in many ways, I believe. Another benefit for myself personally is that, damn, you feel so much better when you're eating healthy and not having sugar. It's unbelievable. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? It just puts you in a better mood, which is amazing. It means you can work better, you can focus better, you've got better energy levels, you can socialize better because you're in a better mood. Literally, it almost just improves your whole quality of life. Like, it is just, it's really insane. You get better workouts as well. Like, it impacts every area of your life in a positive way just by changing this one area of your life, which I think is pretty crazy. And it also lowers your frustration and anxiety. I find, like, if I have a day of binging sugar now, the next day I'll feel a bit anxious and a little bit frustrated, just because, I guess because my body's craving that dopamine hit, craving that sugar. It's almost like withdrawal symptoms. Luckily, personally, I've never struggled with weight, so that's not one of the reasons that I do it. But if any of you are struggling with your weight, bloody hell, getting off sugar, I would imagine it would make a huge difference. You know, all the data says it does, and I'm sure people have had that experience to back it up, obviously. I also find that I get headaches when I eat a lot of sugar when I haven't had any for a while. So if I had a few weeks off sugar, and then I say, go to the movies, buy a big pack of Maltesers and eat them all in the movie sitting, suddenly I'll have a bit of a headache and feel pretty crap. And that's your body getting used to it again, I guess, but it goes to show how bad it really is for you. And the hardest bit about avoiding sugar is that it's in literally everything. Unfortunately, all food companies of all sorts have put sugar into their foods because they know that it hijacks your reward system, it hijacks your brain and makes you want to go back and buy that thing just because it tasted so good, and it makes your brain and body crave it. But of course, if you avoid the really sugary things, like the obvious things like chocolate and soft drinks, whatnot, if you're avoiding them, despite the fact that a lot of other things have a little bit of sugar, because chocolate and soft drink and things like that have so much sugar, those are the things you really want to stay off. Those are the ones that are going to make you have the bad sugar symptoms more than anything else. Now let's go over some of the general benefits that everyone will benefit from. I'll start with sugar specifically, but of course, healthy eating, sugar, most of the things are pretty damn similar, as you'll see as I go through the list. So with sugar, you get increased energy levels because you're not getting these bursts of sugar and these hits of insulin bringing you back down. The insulin is what counters the sugar so that you don't get super high blood sugar levels. You also have improved weight management, as mentioned earlier. I don't have that problem personally, but it's definitely going to help you if you're struggling with your weight a bit. It enhances your mood, gives you greater mental clarity, greater focus, and greater mental health and physical health, but we'll go there later. Reduces inflammation, as mentioned. Gives you these things a bit better, your teeth. Gives you much better tooth health. Don't have to worry about big dental bills for fillings or root canals or holes in your teeth or whatnot. Obviously no one wants that. Gives you a lower risk to certain chronic diseases, of course, like heart disease, anything to do with your blood pressure, lowers your chance of diabetes, of course, because diabetes is directly caused by sugar, cancer, and even skeletal conditions, which is, not gonna lie, I don't really know how that works, but there you go. There's just so many benefits. It's like the good old delayed gratification. If you put away the instant gratification of sugar, then down the line, you're gonna have much better health. It also gives you clearer skin, better digestion and brain function. Of course, the gut is said to be the second brain. So if you're improving your gut health, your mental health will also improve. Like other hard activities to do, like cold showers, for example, it strengthens your frontal lobe, deciding not to have sugar because your body really craves it. And if you say no and stop yourself from having it, it strengthens your frontal lobe, your decision-making part of your brain, because your brain has overcome your body's urges to have the sugar. Now, those were specifically sugar. We'll go over to healthy eating now. As you'll see, it's mostly pretty similar. So once again, better protection against chronic illnesses. Also, your immune system will be better in general. So it means you'll have better chance against flus, colds, even COVID. If you get COVID, don't get COVID. Stronger bones. So I guess that also ties into what I said before about better skeletal health. Once again, better mood, better energy, better overall performance in all areas of life, as I said in my own personal benefits. Your brain and memory health increase once again along with your physical health, prevents future health problems, which leads to a longer life, as I said earlier. Delay the sugar now, get a better, longer life later. Once again, better gut health, better health of that second brain in your body. Another one that didn't come up before in the sugar, but if you don't eat sugar, you'll also get this benefit, is better sleep. Your body will just be having more consistent energy levels throughout the day, and they'll dip down naturally towards the 9 instead of being spiked all over the place and confused, and it'll just help you sleep better. So I think, as you can see from these benefits, it really is an overall improvement of your entire life in all disciplines. I just find it crazy that you can just change this one discipline of your life, eat healthier, don't have sugar. It's all about what you're consuming, and all of a sudden all areas of your life improve just because your mood's better, because you have better energy levels and better health in all areas, which means you can perform better in all aspects of life, which I think is awesome. So for me, that really makes me want to eat more healthy, even though I love sugar, as I said earlier. Now, another interesting article I came across is that sugar is very much like a drug, almost to the point that it could be classified as a drug. But of course, like alcohol, it's not illegal. Even though alcohol is classified as a drug, I don't believe sugar is, but it just about could be, because it is similar to drugs in many ways, as I'll go through now. Both drugs and sugar are harmful to your mental and physical health. Both can cause uncontrollable cravings. I'm sure anyone who eats a lot of sugar has felt that craving, especially when you're a little bit anxious or feel a little bit down. You'll go straight to sugar. You'll be craving it, using it as a coping mechanism, which people who are addicted to drugs also do, of course. Both have withdrawal symptoms when quitting. I know that when I quit sugar after having a lot of it for a long time, I get angry, a bit frustrated, a bit anxious, and I just feel crap for a few days. You just feel your energy levels initially go lower and you feel crap. But of course that does pass, and then you get into the better energy level. The same parts of the brain in brain scans light up when sugar and drugs are both ingested. consumed, I guess you can use that word for drugs. So it shows that your brain is rewarding you in the same way when you have both drugs and sugar. Like other drugs, like even most people will know caffeine, alcohol, sugar. If you're having a lot of these things, you build up a tolerance, just like any illicit drugs as well. And that means if you build up a tolerance, you need more and more to get the same hit, which means you will ingest more and more of it over time. Not good. Both increase your levels of dopamine in the brain. For those who don't know what dopamine is, basically it's your reward chemical. And the more dopamine you have in your brain, the more desensitized your dopamine receptors become in the brain to deal with the increased amount of dopamine, meaning you will once again need more of the sugar or more of the dopamine generating activity to get the same effect. And not only that, but eating a lot of sugar also makes it difficult to do harder things and to be motivated because it's frying your dopamine receptors, meaning you can't get any dopamine or enjoyment from the little things like doing some work, reading a book, doing the hard things basically is going to be a lot harder. And overall your motivation would decrease. And I don't know about you, but I need motivation. Motivation helps me a lot in moving towards the goals I want to achieve in life. It's critical for me. And the final similarity between drugs and sugar is that both are binged in an effort to escape it, and both are used as an unhealthy escape mechanism. And that's why we have alcoholics, that's why we have overweight people that eat a lot of sugar when they feel bad. And it's a really bad cycle for overweight people because they often feel bad because they see themselves and they don't like what they see. And because of that, they feel depressed. And when they feel depressed, then they go to eat more sugar, which makes them even fatter, sorry to put it bluntly. And then it's just a recurring cycle, which is really hard to break because they just feel really bad about how they look, and then they eat more sugar to cope with it, and that leads to them looking even worse. Not good. The good news is if you're in a similar situation to me, someone who's not overweight, but does struggle with feeling unmotivated, feeling low energy levels, all sorts of bad things like that, just little things that are decreasing your performance and your quality of life, it only takes about a week to detox from sugar. And then you already start to feel these benefits really quickly. Initially, of course, you're going to have those withdrawal symptoms that I talked about before. In the first couple of days, they're particularly bad, but then pretty much after that, you're on the up. And by the end of the week, you're feeling really good and full of energy, full of motivation, and getting all the other benefits I mentioned as well. And of course, I'm not saying to never ever have sugar. Sugar is great to have every once in a while. Everything in moderation is the old saying. But if you do decide to have it, say 1 day a week, which is what I try and do, don't binge it. Because if you binge it, you could throw yourself into the old downward spiral of, oh, I feel crap because I ate sugar. I'm gonna eat more sugar to feel better. And then off you go, down and down. Slippery slope. And in particular, the next day will suffer if you decide to have too much sugar in 1 day. And yeah, I let myself have it about once a week just because if I was staying off it forever, I would probably be thinking, sugar, I have to stay off sugar forever. And then, the more you think about something, the more likely you are to do it. So just knowing that I can have it once a week takes a bit of pressure off and still keeps these benefits around for at least 5 days of the week. So once again, just to sum it all up, I want to reiterate how this one area of your life, eating healthier, will change your life in so many ways. It'll allow you to perform better exercising in the gym. It'll allow you to feel more motivated and do more work and feel more enjoyment towards that work. It will also allow you to socialize better, have better interactions with people, and to feel happier. And it improves your mental, physical, and social health all together. And honestly, just for changing one discipline of your life, I think it's well worth it. And the benefits are at least 1 to 5, at least 5-fold. So I hope I sold it to you. Use it. So guys, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you watching the video. I would appreciate it even more if you left a like for the YouTube algorithm and also commented any of thoughts you have on the video. Any feedback at all, good or bad, is really helpful for me. So please do that. And if you want to see more videos, especially from this 90-day series, please subscribe to ObjectiveA, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you very much for watching again, guys. Cheers.